back to my channel. So today I'm super excited to be giving you guys this look. I know I say that in every single one of my videos. However, this look I am so excited to be giving you just because it is my absolute favorite look. I have been wearing this look for as long as I can remember. The shadows that we're wearing today are a few of my very first shadows that I've ever bought from MAC Cosmetics. So I am just so stoked to be doing this video for you guys. It's so beautiful. It's really bronzy and rustic, and it's gonna look good on everybody just because these colors are so neutral and they're just, oh, I just love this look. I mean, look, it's so warm and pretty and smoky, and it's actually really easy too because there's not even any liner. Well, there is liner involved, but not a lot of it. All we do really is we go in with any black liner will do, any eye kohl, but I just go in and then I smudge the liner. You'll see in my video, obviously, but it's really easy and you can get it done pretty quick too, especially once you get the hang of it. I've been doing this look for so long, I can get this look done in like 20 minutes tops, if that. It's super easy. It's gonna look good on everybody, every skin tone, every eye color. And like I said, it doesn't take long. Once you get the hang of it, you can get it down and get it on as quick as possible. Another thing that I wanna touch base with you guys today is when I came back to filming, I did tell you guys in that very first video that I was kind of hoping to do at least 2 videos a week, and I am gonna come out and say it right now and just be honest with you guys, it's not gonna happen. I can promise you every single week I will upload a video, however, it's not gonna be 2. Only because I am so busy. It worked out that very first week that I came back to filming that I was able to give you guys 2 videos. However, since then, it's just, life came, my hair is driving me crazy. I've had these curls in all day, so now they're getting all frizzy and driving me nuts. Anyways, yeah, that very first week that I came back to filming, it worked out somehow that I was able to give you guys 2 videos. However, it's just not possible. I'm really busy in my freelance work. I have a 2-year-old, so when I do these videos, I sit down, I film. Like I said in my last video, when I'm filming, he's either taking a nap or my grandparents live right up the street and my grandmother will watch him while I film. But then when I'm done filming, I have to go pick him up, or he's awake from his nap and I have to go right back into mommy mode. So I'm not able to sit down and edit these videos until like 4 or 5 hours later once my husband is home from work or my son is in bed for the night, and I have to actually lock myself in a closet to get some peace, and I have to do my film or my voiceovers for my films. So with that being said, I do promise that I will give you guys at least 1 video a week. However, the 2 videos a week, it's just, and if life slows down, I can promise you guys that. If life slows down and I am able to give you guys 2 videos a week, I will definitely do that, no questions asked. But right now, I don't really want to promise you guys something that I can't give you. I don't want to say that, yes, I'll give you 2 videos a week and I'm only able to give you 1. That's not fair to you. That's not fair to me. So, and it's a lot of pressure on me too, because ever since I filmed that very first video when I came back to filming, I have felt so guilty ever since that week, just because that week I said I was going to give you 2 videos and I was able to. And then ever since then, I have just been slammed and I've just been feeling horrible. So I'm so sorry, but it's going to be 1 video a week for now. And I think that's all. Oh, the lashes that I'm wearing in this video, I hate them. As soon as I'm done filming this part, I'm going to go wash my makeup off. And usually you can use lashes a couple times. No, these lashes, I'm taking them off and I'm putting them in the garbage. They are really pretty. As you can see, they're like really fluffy, but if you look really close, this one's already starting to lift. And I just finished this look right before I sat down and I did this part of my video, and these lashes are already lifting. They are very pretty on. However, to get them on, it was such a pain in the butt. They are very hard to work with and they're already lifting. They won't stick. So yes, and I believe they're called Kiss lashes. I got mine at Walgreens. Anytime I'm buying drugstore lashes, they're either Ardell lashes or nothing at all. So the other day when I was in the store and I seen these and they were on sale, now I know why, but they were in the package and they were really fluffy, and I love fluffy lashes. So I was like, oh my gosh, they're on sale, I'm gonna try them. Well, no, I like my Ardells. I will be using my Ardells if I'm not using my other lashes. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. That's why, I mean, I know I always apply my lashes and I fast forward through that, but that's why you don't see, I don't show you the lashes that I'm using, just because I don't recommend them. I don't like them on myself. If you use Kiss lashes and you know the lashes I'm talking about and you love them, you do you. I don't like them. With that being said, I think that's everything. So I really hope you guys enjoy this video, and I hope you love this look as much as I do, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys. So my eyes are already primed as usual. I use the Prolong Concealer from MAC Cosmetics in a shade NW20, and now I am taking the shade Wedge by MAC, and I am dusting this all through my crease. You're not even going to see this color when we're done with this look. I basically apply this color to give my crease a really nice set, because you do use a liquid primer. So I like to set that liquid primer just so the color goes on more even. That's one of the main reasons I always use a blending color, but that's basically what we're using this color for, is to set that crease and to carve out that eye area. And as you can see, I'm doing this with a big fluffy brush. Mine's a 224 from MAC, and I am just dusting this all the way from the outside corner to the inside corner part of my eye. And then once there is barely anything left on that brush at all, as you can see, I am doing circular motions and I am taking it all the way up underneath of my eyebrow. So next we are going in with the color that totally makes this look. It is Antiqued by MAC Cosmetics, and I am applying this very generously all over my lid. In a second here you'll see I even take it up into my crease, but I am just packing this on. And I'm starting from the inside corner of my eye. It really doesn't matter where you start to pack this on at. I usually start at the inside corner of my eye, but I pack it on from the inside corner of my eye all the way to the outside corner of my eye. I even take it, as you can see, up into my crease. This is going to get very messy. As you can see, the first eye that I already did, it is very messy. I have a lot of fallout, but that is okay. We will clean it up when we're done with our eyes. That is why we are doing this look before we do our foundation. Now we're going to continue using that very first blending brush that we used, or whatever blending brush that you want. I am sticking with the same brush that I used for my very first blending color, and I am taking the shade Texture by MAC Cosmetics, and I am going to dust this all through my crease, all the way from outside corner to inside corner. Of course, because you want this to be a very rounded out smoky eye, you want to do those circular motions and buff that color upwards on that outside part of your eye, but on the inside part of your eye, you want to do the windshield wiper motions and keep that very, very tight in your crease. So after you feel that you've got that texture blended very well and you really can't see any lines, you're going to go in with your next shade, and this is called Saddle. Again, this is another color from MAC Cosmetics, and you're going to take this on any goat hair blending brush. You want to make sure that you are using a goat hair brush, just because with this color, you are using it to give your eye a little bit more dimension and a little bit more depth. However, you really don't want that color to be, you don't want it to be so intense, because you just want this eye to be a very smooth flow. And if you're using a synthetic brush, it's going to apply that color very densely, as to where with a goat hair brush, it'll apply it and it'll give that shade a little bit more depth, but it's not going to give you any harsh lines or anything like that. So you want to focus this color on the outside part of your eye, and when you pull it inwards, you want to make sure there's barely any product left on that brush, because when you pull that brush to the inside part of your eye, you're basically using that, whatever's left on your brush, just to blend the lid color and the crease color together, and you just really want to make sure that depth is on the outside corner of your eye for this look. So for this part, I basically just really take my time and build this color up. I don't go in with a lot of product on my brush right off the bat, just because it's harder to blend it out that way. So I go in with a little bit of product at a time, and I just keep layering that color on until I'm happy with it. And like I said before, you really don't have to worry about avoiding your eyelid, because we are going to go back in and apply that color again and just amp that eyelid up, because, you know, through the blending process, it will kind of dull down your lid color. So right here, I'm going back in with my 242 brush, and I am just packing that color on a little bit more densely from the inside corner to the outside corner. I am avoiding that darker color, that saddle, until I have a lot of that product off of my brush. Now this part that we're going to do next is completely optional. It is called Coppering, and I am applying it right on the ball of my eye. You do not have to do this. I love doing this just because it gives your eye that extra bit of a pop, and I have blue eyes, so it really makes my eyes pop. It'll do the same for everybody, but like I said, this is optional. You don't have to do that. So after I get all of that product off of my brush with these two, just because you're not using a liner to hide any harsh lines, you do want to make sure they're blended nicely. So I turn my brush sideways and I kind of just blend them together. Now you want to take whatever you want. I use a makeup remover sometimes, like I'm doing right here. Other times I'll use a makeup remover on a Q-tip, and I just wipe off any fallout that I have and give that eye a little bit more of a shape. After that, I'm going in with it's an eye kohl. Mine is from NYX. It doesn't matter where yours is from. You just want to really, really tight line your lashes. You want to push this as closely as you can to your lash line. Don't worry about it. Getting it on neat. As you can see, I'm applying it and mine is a hot mess. That does not matter because we are going to go in with a shadow right after this and we are going to smudge this liner out. So you just want to focus on getting this very, very densely and very tight into your lash line. And I am going over this liner a few times just because you are going to take a shadow and buff this out and blend it out. So you want to get this on as densely as you can, because once you get this powder on top of it, you really can't go back over top of it just because it'll cause it to clump up. So you want to apply a pretty generous amount of this liner to your lash line, and then you're going to go in with any flat precision brush that you own. And I am taking the shade in Bark. However, if you have a dark brown shadow, that'll work just as well. And I am smudging this liner all the way from the inside corner to the outside corner. Basically, anywhere you applied that liner, you want to go over top of it and smudge it out with the Embark. And then on the outside corner of your eye, you kind of want to take your brush and you want to flick that color upwards. You basically kind of want to smoke it out. You want it to be, a liner and then a shadow, and then you just kind of want it to fade up. You don't want to see any harsh lines between your eyeshadow and that buffed out liner. So that's why you want to take your brush and kind of flick it upwards on the outside corner part of your eye, just so that kind of disappears into your crease color. And that'll take away any of the harsh lines that you've created with the liner and anything like that. After that, I go in and I do apply my lashes that I hated. These lashes were such a pain in the butt to get on and to work with. And I did actually try to film a little part of me applying them, and I completely cut it out of the video just because I struggled with getting these lashes on like nobody's business. You always want to take, especially if you're not doing an intense liner, you want to take a black liner and tight line your waterline. It'll help hide these lashes a lot better, or any lashes that you wear for that matter, especially when you're not wearing a really intense liner. It'll just help hide that lash band. After that, I'm going to go in and do my foundation. I was not feeling like doing a primer today, so I'm going in with my normal foundation, my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk, and I am applying this all over with an F80 flat top kabuki brush from Sigma. After that, I'm going to go in and I'm going to do my highlight, and I am going to use the Prolong Concealer by MAC Cosmetics in the shade NW20, and I am going to apply this all over as normal with my Beauty Blender, and I'm just going to completely buff this out. I did kind of want a strong highlight today just because the colors that we use on our eyes are so dark, so I wanted to brighten my face up a little bit. And then after I've got all of my highlight on, I basically do it under my eyes, up towards my temples, down my nose, and on my forehead, all of my normal spots. If you guys want to see a highlight and contour video, please let me know. And that is definitely something that I'll put together for you guys. So after I set my under eye area, I did use the light powder from the Mineralized collection from MAC. I did go in and do my brows. I used Lingering by MAC Cosmetics, and now I'm going in and I'm going to do my contour. Rule of thumb is you should never do your contour with a bronzer, and I normally do not. However, I wanted my face to be very bronzy looking today, so I am choosing to do my contour with this bronzer. I have never had an issue with this bronzer looking too orange or too muddy when I get it on. So if I am planning on doing my contour with a bronzer, this 100% of the time is the bronzer that I do grab. And I apply my contour basically underneath of my cheekbone, so in that hollow area right underneath of your cheekbone, and I apply it diagonally from the tops of my ears, and I kind of, shape it, I guess, or angle it towards the corners of my mouth. However, I always stop my contour right at the arch of my eyebrow. You don't want to take it down any further than that, because then you're just going to look too chiseled and too carved out. After that, I use any sponge and I kind of just press on my lower eye. You don't ever want to tug or pull on your lower eye area just because that skin is so thin there. Your eyes are very sensitive. So I just take a sponge and I press on the underneath of my eye, and that'll flip my waterline out, and I apply this black liner all throughout my waterline. After that, I am taking that precision brush that we used, and I am applying the color Saddle, and I am smudging this all along my lash line. I'm really, really smoking my lower lash line out. However, I am concentrating again on getting that a little bit more smoky towards the outside corner of my eye. And to get this really smoky so it's not harsh and to get rid of any harsh lines, you really don't want to apply too much pressure to that brush. You just want to go back and forth very quickly, and you don't want to apply a lot of pressure to that brush. After that, I am taking a pencil brush, and now I'm doing texture just because it's a little bit lighter than saddle, and I want this to be very blended out and very smoky, but I do not want any harsh lines. So with that being said, you want to take texture on a pencil brush or any light brown shadow. I use texture just because it was one of the colors we incorporated into this look, and I am going directly over top of that saddle, and again I am just applying very light pressure to that brush, and I am just buffing back and forth. Now to really open the eye up and give it that rounded shape, you are going to take the color Nylon and you're going to apply it right in the inner corner part of your eye by your tear duct. And I apply this pretty generously just because I love an inner corner highlight. And again, I am doing this on a pencil brush, and it is the shade Nylon. After that, I'm going to go in and I'm going to apply mascara to my bottom lashes. The Giga lash is my absolute favorite for my bottom lashes just because that brush is so thin and you can grab onto every teeny tiny little hair. Then I am taking the shade Mylar to highlight my brow bone. I use Shroom a lot as my highlight. However, just because our eyes are so frosty on the lid with the color Antiqued, I wanted to kind of keep that frost on the lower part of my eye. And I am jamming out to Taylor Swift right now. As you can see, I love her. And I'm singing Blank Space, if you care to know. After that, you are going to take that very first blending brush with no additional product on that brush whatsoever, and you're just going to buff back and forth. So the blush we're using today is Springsheen by MAC Cosmetics, and I am applying this with a goat hair brush. The reason I always apply my blushes with a goat hair brush, just because, like I said, when you have a synthetic brush, it can tend to apply your product a lot more densely, and with a goat hair brush, it is basically made to blend out products. So that's why I always apply my blush, just because I don't like my blush or any of my other makeup to look too harsh and unblended. And I just kind of feel like this brush here, this is from MAC Cosmetics. I'm sure you can get a goat hair brush from anywhere. Sigma has great brushes, but I always apply with a goat hair brush. After that, I always take the big fluffy brush that I use to set my under eye highlight, and I just go right over top that blush, just because it kind of blends it out a little bit better. It makes me feel like it does anyways. And then I'm going in with my tried and true Moonstone Highlighter by Becca. It is my absolute favorite. I use this stuff every single day. And when I bought it, it was like $30. And I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so much money for a highlighter. But I use this highlighter every single day, and I have not even hit pan yet. It is amazing, and it's so pretty and so shimmery, and it doesn't give my face any weird, ugly texture. So yes, this is my absolute favorite highlighter. If you guys have any suggestions on highlighters, please let me know. After I did that, I went in and I applied my lipstick. I used Viva Glam 5 by MAC Cosmetics. Like I said, this is an entire MAC look. And then I went in and I set everything with my NYX Dewy Finish setting spray. And after that, you are complete. I really, really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. This is one of my favorite looks. I have been wearing it for so many years. So I hope you love it as much as I do. And I hope this is an easy look for you to accomplish. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.